People are concerned that Dragon won't be able to keep up with their dictation. I'm here to put that to the test. Other primary gastrointestinal causes of vomiting include parasitic, inflammatory or neoplastic diseases of the stomach or proximal small bowel, However, these problems are usually more chronic, period. We should try to confirm a suspicion of pancreatitis in this dog and rule out other possibilities while initiating a non-specific therapy for the vomiting, period. It's as easy as that. One of the benefits of Dragon is that it can't spell words incorrectly, so you no longer need to use a spell check to see if you spelled those words right. I've grabbed a few vet-specific medical terms that might be difficult to spell, and we'll see how Dragon keeps up with those. Osteosarcoma, osteomyelitis, metastatic, geriatric, circumferential, ligature, ovariohysterectomy, interstitial, period. It's as easy as that. Some people think they can't dictate because they use too many filler words. Well, Dragon will actually cut out any filler words. Let me show you. Owner consented to radiographs, period. Thorax indicates a moderate interstitial pattern in the right and left caudal lung lobes, period. No ums and ahs at all. People think it takes a lot of time to go back and correct their dictations. It's actually quite simple and takes no time at all. I'll show you how it's done. Rosie jumped out of a truck yesterday and owner noticed that she was limping, period. Now let's say we want a different spelling of Rosie here. All I have to do is say, select Rosie, and then choose the corresponding number that goes with the spelling that we prefer. Choose 1. And it's as easy as that.
Hi, I am Brian Poteet. I am a veterinary radiologist and also the founder of veterinary.com, which is a veterinary-specific software company. Currently, our software is the result of over 10 years of experience of trial and error working with voice recognition software to make it more veterinary specific. Before voice recognition software, when I used to use transcriptionists, a busy day for me would be reading 20 to 25 cases. With voice recognition software, I can read 100 to 150 cases in a day and still have time to get home and enjoy my family. If you're the type of person that does not like to type or can't type very fast, voice recognition software will make you much more efficient. As a super busy veterinarian, voice recognition software has transformed my life and it can do the same thing for you. At dragonveterinary.com, we guarantee that if you put a little bit of effort into making the software work, we know it works and it will work for you.
My name's Jamie. I'm a registered veterinary technician from a large practice in Atlanta. 2 years ago, we decided to go with Dragon Dictation in an effort to give our staff a better work-life balance. Our staff would stay after hours for up to 2 hours to complete medical records, and we decided we needed that for change. So we went with Dragon, and the time that they spend doing their medical records has cut down to 1/3 of the previous time. Does great going between people and their different accents that they have. We're in the South, so I have someone who has a very heavy Southern accent, and I can pick up after her, and there's no problem at all. It's learning as we go, so the medical terminology is just increasing by leaps and bounds compared to what it was 2 years ago. It's accurate, it's easy to install. Our staff truly loves this product, and it has made a huge difference in our life.
The thing that helps me out with Dragon is that I don't have to sit and write the records, and I definitely get more detail in my record keeping that I otherwise would neglect to include. I'm Dr. Mark Lawson, and I am the owner of Glacier Animal Hospital here in Columbia Falls, Montana, and I've owned this practice for 11 years. So veterinary medicine is paralleling what's going on in the human field in that the things that are available for our clients, they feel should be available for our pets. We felt like this was another step up to try to transition completely over to an electronic medical record. And this is a better way to keep records, and it allows you to be much more thorough than if I was handwriting all of my records. This was even better than a dictaphone or a dictation device. This was actually much better because it worked with our software that we already had. I didn't have to pay someone to go back and transcribe it into our records. So this, as soon as I speak into it, it's there. And that was one of the huge benefits I saw to using the Dragon software over even some of the stuff that they're using on the human side. At the Western Veterinary Conference, they told me that yes, we actually have it where it will understand a Southern accent, and we've got a new vocabulary put into the database that is veterinary specific. And so they demonstrated that, and that sold me. I was able to plug it in and start working with it in my software program almost immediately.
Every veterinary professional should consider doing something like this. It doesn't matter whether you're a good typer or a poor typer. It's so much easier to transfer information from a thought process vocally than it is by typing. My name is John Brakovich. The clinic that we work for here is Caledon Mountain Veterinary Hospital. The location is Caledon Village, Ontario. It's amazing how much extra time that we have now at our hospital. The extra time now is used for increasing client experience, patient care, taking care of financials in the hospital, as well as actually leaving the hospital early rather than late. What surprised me about the software is the diversity of it. It doesn't miss a beat. I like it specifically because whatever I say, I actually close my eyes while I'm doing it, and after the end of it, I just open them up and everything I just said is accurately put into the record. It has become something that I use at home, something that I use in the office, and it has really changed a lot of my life. As a family man, I can spend more time with my family now that I don't have to bring all my work with me everywhere I go. I would buy the software again in a heartbeat if I needed to. So this software, I can tell you right now, is a long time coming. And I think every veterinary professional should consider doing something like this. It doesn't matter whether you're a good typer or a poor typer. It's so much easier to transfer information from a thought process vocally than it is by typing.
I use the Dragon Vet software all the time. The main thing is that it does allow me to get home earlier than normal. It's really efficient. I am Dr. Amy Caesar, and I work at Oregon Veterinary Referral Associates, and we are in Springfield, Oregon. I really like new technologies because they make my work easier. In veterinary medicine, we don't have a lot of time. We see a lot of patients, especially when you're dealing with emergencies, and oftentimes you have long work days. I use the Dragon Vet software all the time for entering my radiograph findings, doing a lot of my medical record entries, writing up my surgery reports. It's really helpful with writing up my client communications because I'll get off the phone with a client or even one of the veterinarians that send a case to me and then immediately just talk into the microphone and the write-up is there. I don't have to do anything with it. It's really efficient. The main thing is that it does allow me to get home earlier than normal. And it also helps me create more time in the day for fitting in some of those phone calls that I need to make, or occasionally making sure that I have time to take a sufficient lunch break, believe it or not. So I really appreciate those because those minutes add up. They really do. I've really enjoyed using this product, and the software has been really straightforward. The learning curve has been good, and I really appreciate the technical support that I've gotten as well.
I think the main issue is that I feel in myself that I'm on top of my records better, and so that means that I tend to get on, have them all finished by the end of the day. I feel they're more in-depth records than I used to have. And that means I get home on time. I'm spending less time at the weekend catching up on notes, and that gives me more time with the family. My name's Eamon Draper. I work for Draper Veterinary Services Centre in Bedford, Nova Scotia. I didn't find it a hard learning curve. I'm not the best with technology, as my son will tell you. But I actually found it quite easy to use, and so yeah, I've found that it integrated nicely with what we do, and it works effectively. I know vets do tend to be a little old-fashioned sometimes. We like to go back to pen and paper, but it's certainly worth trying, and I think that when you see the different uses that you can put Dragon 2, then you'll find that there are definitely benefits that you didn't realise before you started.
The Dragon software allowed me to basically type as fast as I could talk and have a very, very high accuracy rate, which made my time more efficient. Without this software program, I would be here for hours after work. I really can't think of anything in the software program that I could think to improve on. My name is Bob Radash. I'm at the Dallas Veterinary Surgical Center in Dallas, Texas. I've been practicing over 30 years now. We're in a referral surgical practice, and we predominantly treat dogs and cats and other small animals. The reason I purchased the software was to improve my accuracy and efficiency with record keeping so that I can spend more time managing patients doing surgery, which is how I make my living, not trying to type records out, and getting me out of the hospital at a reasonable time at the end of the day so that I can spend time with family. The primary interest I had in the Dragon software was my inability to type. I'm a hunt and peck typer, and the Dragon software allowed me to basically type as fast as I could talk and have a very, very high accuracy rate, which made my time more efficient and made my records more accurate. I use Dragon Veterinary every day on my record keeping. I'm using it more to answer emails, to even dictate letters that I may have to send to referring veterinarians. What surprised me with the software is, one, how user-friendly, how easy it was to learn to use it, how the software taught itself as it would learn my voice and different inflections. I was very surprised on the ability to create macros and templates. We could literally just say 1 or 2 words and that entire paragraph would come up. The installation of the software was extremely easy. Actually, my hospital manager installed that, and I just watched. The early training that we went through with Dragon was very beneficial. I think it helped through the very early stages so that I could basically, right out of the box, start using the software and becoming very efficient early on. I really can't think of anything in the software program that I could think to improve on. 100%. There's no doubt about it that without this software program, I would be here for hours after work trying to peck through records. I'm convinced my records would not be as detailed or as accurate as they are with using the program.